Hey there, welcome back to another episode of the Magic Box. So in this video, I want to go over some of the challenges from the last video, and then let's also add a button to our Magic Box system. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is let's recap what we did. So we have our Magic Box here. Let me change my view here. So we have the dial that controls the RGB. I'm turning it, and it also opens the box slowly. And as it does that, the colors change too on the RGB. So the first thing I wanted to do is make it be able to open quickly. Like basically I would turn the dial just a little bit and open, turn it just a little bit and it would close. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go to my code here. And let's see what we have here, going down here. So right now I have it that if I'm less than if I'm less than or equal to 0, then I turn it off, okay? Or sorry, I close the box, okay? But then if I want to open the box, I just want to, let's say if I go to 171, let's open it all the way. So instead of going to 30, let's just open it. So what I'm going to do is take that out. Actually, I'll just do this and change this to, I think like 120 would be probably good. 120 degrees to open. All right, let me just put some space in between here, and that should be good. So now if I just turn it a little bit, it'll open all the way. Turn it off, turn it back to 0, and it would close. All right, let's do that. This is me here. Feel pretty straightforward. Oh man, okay. That was intense. I think I had, maybe that's a little bit too much. Okay, so let's, okay, one thing that I wanted to point out here. Okay, you see how it just keeps on toggling between open and close, and look at my light. My light's doing the same thing. It's going between red and because it's trying to be orange there. So what's going on is if let's take a look at the code. You see mine, it says if it's less than or equal to 0, then go to 0. But then if it's not that and it goes to something between 1 and 171, it does this. So what this is saying is it has to be exactly at 0 for it to close. So you know the dial's not perfectly tuned, so if it's at 0 it might go to 1. We don't want it to jump and go ahead and open. So what do we do here? So instead of doing the 171 and 0, let's do, if it's less than 171 times 0.25, okay. What is that? Let's say here. Opening my calculator here. 171 times 0.25. 42.75. So anything between 0 and 42.75, it's gonna close. If it's a little bit bigger, then it goes to 120. Okay, that should fix this kind of like craziness at the edge of 0. Okay, let's upload. Here we go. Okay, it's already behaving better now. So let me close this. Okay, make sure you can see here. All right, so it's red and now I turn it a little bit and it opens. See, it changes color now. See, red, open, close, open, close. I'm still getting a little bit. I'm still getting a little bit of that movement. Okay. So what should I do here? first, my motor here fell off, so let's fix this sticky foam here. Let's put that back. All right, my rocks are a little bit heavy here. These rocks I put in here, so it's causing my motor to kind of come off. Yeah, I could put stronger tape later, but I'll leave it for now. Maybe even hot glue. You could hot glue this motor here, right here too, to the box to just give it some more strength. But I'll leave that for now. Just something to keep in mind if your motor's falling off too. All right, so I'm still getting a little bit of disturbance even at the 0.25, and here's another thought that just came to me. Okay, so I'm gonna go 0.5. As the servo motor is moving, what's gonna happen, because the motor's going to be sucking in or using a lot of current and voltage in order to get the motor to move, it could cause further disturbances on your Arduino Uno board. Okay, so it's kind of like if you're multitasking, if you're doing a lot of different things, like you're kicking a ball and you're catching another ball and you're trying to write a paper at the same time. It's just things get confusing and kind of messed up, okay, in a sense. So electrically, that's kind of what's going on too. So as the motor moves, you're going to get some more disturbance on your potentiometer, and that 0 might become 0 to 10 or 0 to 50, and then come back down to 0 as the motor's moving. So let's add some more. It's called tolerance. So let's go in between anything between 0 and 80. What is it? 85 or so. Let's keep it closed. Okay, let's try that. Okay, upload. Okay, let me change my view here. Okay, so now let's try. Close, open. And here's another thing. Okay, it just knocked off. See, my motor just got knocked off again. I think 120 is just too much for me. I don't want it to open that much and break my setup. So I'm gonna go, instead of 120, let's just go like 80. Okay. It might, because then you're not doing such a big movement, which may cause my motor to fall off. Yours might be fine. Mine is not doing well with the 130. Okay, let's try again. Cool. Smooth. It's working, but again, my sticker fell off, so I'm just gonna put a new sticker. Looks like when I had it go to 120, swung with all that force and kind of messed things up. So let's go ahead. Let's take this the old one off here. Okay. Now as I'm doing this, I'm thinking I'd like to clean up my code a little bit. That should be better. Let's test it out. See? Very good at the red. Very good there. Very good there. Cool. Okay, so let's clean this up here. I'm just going to say, I'll keep the red and orange here. And I think as of now, I don't need the rest of this stuff down here, right? So right now I'm just really caring about opening and closing. So I'm going to say if I'm less than or equal to, and since I'm not trying to do even segments anymore, I'm just going to take out our multiplication thing here with the 171. So I'm just going to say, what is it, like, let's say 90, okay? Oop. Okay, if it's less than or equal to 90, then let's close. If it's greater than, 90. Okay, so anything greater than 90, then just open. Okay. Now it should be very clean. So you really got two options here. It's either opened or closed. Okay. Open, close. Open, close. Nice. And what's nice about, I don't know if you noticed earlier, I saw it a little bit in my previous code, at the top part when I would open, I would also get some jittering and stuff, and I think that's also because of the tolerance, right? But right now, if you look at my code, it's saying if it's less than or equal to 90, so anything between 0 and 90, it closes. So you got a lot of tolerance there. It could be anything between there, and then you have a huge tolerance for the opening because it's anything greater than 90. Anything between 91 and 1023, it will open. So you're not going to get this jittering thing as noises on your going through your Uno. Anything between 90 and 1023, it's going to keep it open. All right, so that's something to keep in mind here. All right, and let's save this code to be called open close. Okay, cool. All right, the next thing that we want to do is we want to make it laugh. All right, so how do we make it laugh? So to make it laugh is to open, close, open, close, open, close kind of fast. Okay, so I'm going to make a function void box laugh. Okay, I'll use our camel case since, okay, box laugh. And what do? We just go from 0 to 80, right? Because we know that those are the opening and close situations. This is open. Okay. And then we want to, don't forget to add our delay. If we just go 0, 80, it's going to go too fast. We want to be able to open and close it. So we're going to say delay, give it some time to be open. Sorry, to give it some time to be closed, I guess, in this case. So I guess I want it to be, you know what, I'm going to flip these around. Makes sense to open first for the laugh, right? 80 and just delay 50 milliseconds, try that, and then close, delay 50. Okay. And then what do I want to do here? So I would say, okay, right now if it's less than or equal to 90, close it. If it's greater than or equal to 90, I want to open. But let's say, let's add some more things in here. So if it's not less than or equal to 90, jump to here. If I'm less than or equal to, let's say, 500, then open it. Let's add another else if. If it's less than or equal to 800, then I'll just keep this RGB there. Let's do box laugh. Okay. So first it's gonna check here. If it's less than 90, then just close. We're done. If it's not less than 90, see if it's less than or equal to 500. If it is, just open. Okay. If it's not less than 500, jump to here and see if it's between 500 and 800, then do the box laugh. Is that what I should do? That could work, but since I only have three options right here, let's just go ahead and say greater than 500. Okay, so I'm saying if anything's greater than 500, then just do box laugh. Okay, it just makes more sense, so I have all my sections covered here. Okay. Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm at red right now. Okay, I'm opening. And I'm gonna keep turning. Okay, and it is laughing. It is laughing. You can hear it if you look at it on the inside. You see it's like it's moving, okay? But not enough to open. Why? I think probably because my delay's not quite there. All right, so let's go back here. I think my delay is too small, so I'm gonna say, I don't know. Let's do 200 then. Okay. So I think it's going to 80. So here it goes to 80, but then before it can actually go to 80, it goes back to 0 and so forth. So let's try again. Let's bring it back to the closed position. Okay. Okay. So I'm at closed position. This is my open position, and then let's go to laugh position. Keep going. Cool. And then let's bring it back to open, and then let's come to close. All right, that was working. So let's save this as box laugh. All right, let's see what else we wanted to do here. We wanted to add a light. Okay, so I'm gonna get my lights here. So I got these two lights here. Let's go to the top-down view here. Okay, I've got two lights here. Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and add two of them since I have these two. So these two. Sorry. Here we go. All right, and let's just wire them up. All right, so this one here, I already have the red and black. Let's see, socket to pin wires. So the black is gonna go to G&D. So looking at my breadboard here, where's my G&D? I have a G&D. Trying to follow my wires here. All right, I guess this right here, if I follow this brown wire, this is G&D, this is G&D as well. Okay, so this row right here, my row 3 is G&D. I'm just gonna go in there. Okay, I'm just gonna go in there, and then this wire right here, I'm gonna pick a LED. I'm gonna go to pin number 7, okay, because that's available. There we go. All right, so that's one light. Let's go ahead and do the other light. So for this one, let's go ahead and add, I'm gonna use a gray socket to pin wire for my black wire here. Okay, this is G&D. That's gonna be my G&D. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this black wire and put it into that same row 3. Do I have a spot here? Yes, I do have a spot here. Right here. This is G&D. There we go. Okay. All right. Now you might, there are other G&Ds for you. So we've been doing this for a while. So you can go ahead and pick, just make sure you connect that to G&D. And then we need another wire to control the turning off and on of the light. So I'm going to use purple here. All right, and then this side is have to go to another pin. So I picked 7 for the other one. I'm gonna use, what do I have here? I have 4 available, so I'm gonna go with 4. Okay, actually, okay, that's fine, that's fine. 4. All right. And now I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and change views here. I'm going to mount my LEDs like so, like this. Okay. So I have my sticky foams here. Let's go ahead and put one right here. Looks like this one's not very sticky. Okay. Do something like, sorry if you can't see, something like this. Okay. And then let's do it for the other LED too. Here we go. Right here. And I'm going to stick this here. Now, before I put this on, I'm going to go ahead and mount this stuff to my box to make sure that when I put it on, it doesn't, I don't stretch the wire too much. All right, so let's first figure out where to put this. Now, this breadboard is a sticky, actually, so you can peel this off here. Oh, this blue wire fell out. Okay, I'll fix that in a second here. We disconnect this. Okay. And then let's put this here. I think what I want is this right here. Okay. And then this, I want to be able to put on the back here. Maybe something like this. All right. Okay. So first, let's go ahead and put this on. I think this would be good. And then we're going to have to do this. And some of my wires are coming out, so that's why it's, you know, it's good to kind of probably mount this. Maybe I should have mounted it first, okay? So as you're watching me struggle through this, keep an eye on your wires. They'll probably come out like mine, and then you're gonna have to like double check. So, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and do put on the breadboard, and then we'll make sure our wire's in the right place. Okay, so I'm gonna put it about right here. I think this would be good here. Okay, super sticky, so you kind of have one chance here. Okay, that's nice. So that's on there now. Let's put this. Now this guy. And as I'm doing this, I'll try this. All right, so I see this red wire here is like tangled, so I'm gonna take it out. And put it back. I think it was supposed to be at 3. Okay. This yellow wire, I have no idea where it goes yet right now, so I'll just take it to the side. We'll fix that in a second here. Okay. Got a lot of stuff coming out. Okay. All right. Now this one, let's go ahead and put this like, I think this would be good. Okay. Like this. The reason why is that, you know, access for the USB, I could just put it right here and then power later there too. Okay. So let's go ahead and put this on. So I need some sticky foams. Let's put one here. Let's go to another one there. Okay, and then again something like this would be good. Okay, so we're on, and now let me fix what I have going on here. All right, just real quick. All right, first let's put on my other light. So let's feed this through. Okay, see, I'm glad that I first mounted it. Okay, now this can go on this side, and it can reach, I think. Yes, it can. Nice. Okay. Okay, another light there. This I need to replace. Here we go. Okay, so I got two lights, one here, one here. Then let's just do a quick fix on these guys. This orange wire is for the control signal of my servo motor, which I remember was number 9. Let's go back here. I think it's number 9. Yeah, see on line 31 there? Servo attached 9, so let's go ahead and put this back into 9. I'll do it on my big screen, that screen over there, number 9. Cool. Okay, that's into 9. And then my blue-green, I think I had, what happened here? Yeah, my blue fell out. So that needs to go to number 5, okay? So I want to be able to look at your code and also figure out your wires, okay? And I remember I used blue for the blue light. So this needs to go to 5. Is it gonna reach? I think it will. Okay. This is going into 5. It's like pretty tight, but I'm going to get there. And you know, one thing I do want to point out here. Okay, so this is 5. I'm struggling through this a little bit, and sometimes, you know, people are like, you know, why don't you fast forward all this, right? Well, I could, but the thing that I want you to experience here is that, you know, this might happen to you, all right? So this is part of the learning process. I want you to know that I also will have to, you know, take a pause and try to fix the wires, and I'd like you to kind of see what that process is like, right? All right, what is this yellow? What's up with this yellow wire here? Let me see. Here, I know it's hard to see on that camera there. Yellow wire. So this yellow wire is connected to. Okay, this is the middle row of the potentiometer. So that's what's connected to A0, I believe. So let's go make a check here. Where is my analog potentiometer? Here, yeah, line 298 says analog read A0. Okay, so that means this yellow wire goes to A0. So I go here. Okay, find my A0 and stick it in. Boom. I am good. Okay. Now, one note here is that once we do have everything in there, and you're kind of good to go, you could hot glue these pins in there to help make it so that it is really solid and doesn't fall out if you got a sibling that messes with it. Okay, so it's something, but I would wait till the very end, because if you want to move wires around but it's already glued down, it's going to be, you know, a little difficult. All right, so now I have everything in there, and let's review what I did with my lights. I think I used, okay, what color's for my lights? Number 7 and 7 and 4, I believe. Okay, so let's go up here. Let's go to my code. Okay, I have 7 here because I used it before. Let's go pin mode 4, comma output. Okay, I'm gonna say these are LED, LED. Okay, I'll call it head LED because they're kind of like, it's on the head because this could be a face here. Okay, so I got 2 head LEDs, and then now let's see if I can turn them on. So go into my code. So when I open, I want it to turn on. So digital write, is it 7 high? Digital write 4 high. Okay, those were my 2 LEDs. Let's, when I close, I want to turn these LEDs off. Okay, let's just try this out. Let's see what happens here. Oh yeah, I gotta plug in. Cool. Let's change my view here. All right. Okay. And then off. So it's working, but what happened? Oh, this fell off again. I really need to get some hot glue. I'm probably gonna hot glue that after this video, but oh, and then this fell off here. All right, everything is happening to me now. Let's fix it. And this is bent. Okay. There we go. Okay. Cool. Open. Close. Lights off. Open and close. All right. I got the 2 lights going there. Let's just go ahead and add in the box laugh as well. So when I open, I want to turn it on. When I close, turn my both lights off. Okay. Let's upload that so that I have the lights going. Oh, forgot these. My lights going as when it's laughing as well. Okay, uploaded. All right, let's try it out. Open and laugh. I'm turning my dial here. Here, make it so you can see. Turning the dial. Cool. And then open, turn it down, close. Nice. Everything's working. All right, so now let's save this. Laugh with LEDs. Okay, so I have that. All right, so let's do the new thing today. So the new thing I want to do is add a button to my system here. So the first thing we need to do is grab a button. All right, we learned about these previously. All right, in like maybe, I don't know, 8 videos ago. It's got 4 pins. Okay, here we go. Okay, 4 pins, right? And if you put, when you press the button, the 2 top rows are connected. Sorry, when you press the button, all 4 rows are connected. So let's go ahead and go and just do a quick review over here. Alright, so we have our button. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, my board is a little weird right now, but we'll get there. Alright, so the top row and the bottom row, they're always connected to each other. Alright, the 2 tops and the 2 top legs and the 2 bottom legs. But when you press the button, the top row and the bottom row connect. Okay, so we did that. We did a few exercises in the previous videos. So let's add it to our system. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna connect the bottom rows to this. Okay, triangle. I'm just gonna do a shorthand. Triangle means G and D, or ground. All right, and then we're gonna connect the top legs to our pin. We are going to use pin. Let's see what we have available. I'm looking at my thing here. I got pin number 2 is available. Okay, so do pin number 2. Okay, we're going to do number 2 here. Okay, just going to write a 2, so that's going to be pin number 2 on the Uno. And then that's all we need to do. All right, let's change over and let's make these connections here. All right, I'm gonna disconnect here and let's put in our button. There we go. Okay, so we got our button. Let's go ahead and put it in into here. Sorry guys, because of this box I can't really show you well. Alright, so let's just go on this camera here. So I'm just going to put the button like right here. I think that should be fine. I think right here. Okay, and we're going to need 2 pin-to-pin wires. Okay, I'm going to go with, what do I have here? Okay, I'm going to use white for the GND connection, and then I'm going to use yellow, okay, for the pin 2 connection. Alright, let's go white, so that's going to be the bottom rows. Right here, connected to the bottom rows. Okay. I know it's a little bit harder to see on this camera, but I'm gonna trust that we've worked with the buttons and we've done this, so you could tell just by me telling you. Okay, so we have the white ones on the connected to the bottom rows. The yellow one's going to be connected to the top rows. Okay, now the yellow is going to go to number 2, right? So let's go on this side. And it does not reach. It doesn't reach, man. Okay. Well, let's move our button closer. I'm gonna take the button, move it all the way over here. Okay, we can be smart about it. On that side, same idea, right? So let's do this again. Yellow will be on the top row. The white on the bottom row. so. Okay. So this yellow one's going to now go to pin 2. Hopefully it will reach now. And it does. Okay. Again, you can't see the pin 2 because of the angle. But I trust that you know what I'm talking about. Put it into pin 2. Okay. And then this white one's GND. So do we have another GND? I'm looking at mine. Oh, I do actually have a GND up here. Okay, I'm just going to stick it in there for now. I have a feeling that I'm going to have to move it in the future, but I'll just put it in there for now. There's a GND up here for me. Okay. Okay, so I'm in there now. All right, let's try out some coding here. Okay, so at this point, I need to set up my button, which is connected to pin 2. Okay, so let's go pin mode 2 as an input. This is my button pin, okay? Now, here's a little caveat, okay? Kind of a little, a little thing that's a little bit different about this input. All right, so number 1 is 2 is an input because it's going to be pulling in sensor information. So the button is actually a very, very simple sensor, which is a touch sensor, okay? So when you push the button, we want our Uno, which is the brain, to be able to sense it and be like, oh, I need to do something. So that's why it's an input, not an output, because sensing information comes into the robot. Now, we're not just going to call it input, we're going to say input underscore pull up. Okay? The reason it's underscore pull up is because we want to use a resistor that's inside the Uno. Let me show you really quickly. Okay, so this is our Uno. Okay, inside the Uno, there's going to be a 5-volt power. We use it all the time for other stuff, and we'll continue to use it. But there's a 5-volt inside there, and inside there, there's also a resistor connected to that 5-volt that you can then connect like that to here. Okay. So this is pin 2 right here, right? I'll erase this. So we have pin 2 that's connected to these 2 top legs, and we're saying input pull up. We're saying give me connect this resistor here, this pull up resistor, to the 2. Now, why is it called a pull up resistor? The reason is this, okay? Whenever we don't press the button, pin 2 is going to be automatically connected or pulled up to the 5 volts, which is the same as high, okay? But when we press the button, what happens? This pin 2 is still connected to the 5 volt, that's true, but what happens is pin 2 is also going to be connected because it's going to follow this path, right? It's going to be connected to GND here, which is the same as 0 volts, which is the same as low. Okay? So now what's going to happen is now 2 is actually connected to low whenever we press the button. Okay? But if we let go, it's only connected to the high. Now, why is it that when we press the button, 2 is connected to low, we got that, but it's also still connected to the resistor and the 5V, right? So that's true, but the way I would think about it is that the way that electricity works is that whenever you have a circuit like this, all right, what's going to happen is that it's going to find the path that's got the least of resistance. Okay, so if you look at 2 right here, there's no resistor over here, right? So all of a sudden it's just going to be boom, like auto connected to the 0 volts. Okay, that's just one way to think about it. Whereas like there's a resistor up here all the way up to 5, so it's not going to be connected to the 5 because it's being blocked by this thing. It's going to say like, oh, I'm connected to a 0 volts. I'm just going to become 0 because there's nothing blocking me. Okay, why did I tell you that? Because we're going to have to use that when we do coding. Okay, so when we don't press the button, it's high. When we press the button, it's low. All right, let's go back here to our code. Right, so, oh, okay, so I'm going to comment this stuff out right here, potentiometer stuff. And I'm going to say, if digital read 2 equal low. Okay, what do I want to do? I want to do something. I want to open the box. Else if digital read 2 equal high, close the box. Okay, so digital read 2 means look at the sensor on pin 2 and tell me if it's low. And remember, if it's low, it means that I press the button. All right. So then what I want to do, I want to take this code and I want to, this should be close the box. This should be open. Okay. Now, sorry. No. That was right. This should actually go down here, right? Yeah. So if I don't press the button, have the box closed. That makes sense, right? If I don't press the button, have the box closed. But if I press the button, I want to open the box. Okay. Okay, we're good. Let's make sure. Okay, if digital read 2 is low, that means I press the button. I want to open the box. I have this. If that's not true, check if the button is not pressed, meaning that it's high. If that's the case, then make sure you close the box and turn off the LEDs. Okay, let's try. Hopefully I wired everything correctly. Okay, let's connect here. Plug in my Uno here. Okay. Let's upload. Okay. All right, here's my button, right? Okay, let's press it. It opened. Let's let go. Close. Open. Cool. It works. Why it didn't work that one time because again, this fell off. My rocks really are too heavy. So I'll fix that later. But it did work. All right. So let's go into here and get some challenges here. All right. So number one, just kind of like do what I did, which was to wire the button and code it to open when you press and close when you don't press. Okay, so we just did that together. Number two, I want you to reverse number one. Okay, so basically when you don't press, I want it to open, and when you press, I want it to, when you press, I want it to close. All right, and then when you don't press, I want it to open. All right. So think what you would have to do. It has something to do with the digital read to low high thing. Okay. Number 3, when you press the button, make it laugh. When not pressed, just close. Okay. When you press the button, it can go up and down, and then when you let go, just make it stop. All right. You know what? And I will kind of just leave it there. I'll give you kind of like a extra credit challenge that might be, kind of just out there, but just in case you finish all that and things were, pretty easy, let's see if we can do something. What can we do? I would say combine the potentiometer and button sensors to do something. So that's kind of like an open-ended thing, right? So you have a potentiometer and you have a button. The button you can press, open and close, or and not press and make it do stuff. The potentiometer, you can turn it and make it do stuff. So kind of combine that. How could you use them both? You can make, maybe the dial does one thing and then pushing it does the other thing. Maybe it's something where when you push the button, it does something only if the dial's turned to a certain position. Okay, but it's just more of an open-ended thing. Have some fun with that. So I'll leave it there for now. If you have any questions, of course, always reach out. Apologize, my camera views and everything are a little bit off today. I had to switch up my computer setup, so I get that all straightened out on the next video. But for now, hope that was good. I will talk to you later.